What's up, all you rockin' Marvel Legend Collection dudes and dudettes? Toy Shiz here, and I'm going to be recapping everything that happened at the Marvel Legends panel that occurred during SDCC. It was fantastic. I had a blast, met so many rad people, so super shout out to everyone that I was able to meet up and finally put a face to all our Instagram accounts. That was a lot of fun, just talking toys. We had a blast. First and foremost, the creators of the team, they absolutely rocked it. They made the panel fun and just an overall a very cool experience. They were having a blast. The fans were having a blast. Everyone was going crazy for all the reveals. Let's get into it. First and foremost, we're talking about Mighty Mugs. That was really cool. I'm not a big fan of the Mighty Mugs, but I might just be picking up the Venom that they had coming out. They also will be doing a Wolverine. I kind of like those characters. I really like Venom. He looks pretty cool. You push the head, it changes. It's got 3 or 4 different expressions. I played with a Doctor Strange one time in Target, and it was fun. It's not like the old Mighty Mugs. They really just sat there, didn't do much, but it has a nice little play feature to it, and it's more fun for kids. Or if you want something on your desk, I highly recommend it. That's pretty cool. They went over the Spider-Verse a little bit. They're going to be doing figures, and mainly for little kids and things like that. But as we'll see in a little bit, we also have some Marvel Legends ones coming as well. I know that we have a Penny and the SPDR version of Into the Spider-Verse coming, so that is really cool. You can actually probably put the Penny with the SPDR robot, just saying. And there's going to be some wicked cool like Scorpion figure. Man, I don't know. That looks pretty rad. I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing. Of course, you had to take this as an alternate reality, so to speak. And you know what? If it's kind of cool, it might just fit in with our Marvel Legends. The Spider-Ham, I don't know about. That's a little interesting. But I will say that the Green Goblin playset, that looks rad. It's like a huge super deluxe thing. The Green Goblin is fantastic. He's huge. Don't know the whole basis of the story, but I can pretty much, kind of gist where this is going to go. But I digress. It looks pretty rad, and it might just be a good display piece for all your figures. Now, to start off with the Marvel Legends, I do like that they kind of teased they're using the Disney music with the Marvel brand as per the movies that have been happening recently. So, without further ado, we got the 1997 movie Hercules, which then led into a really cool reveal of the Marvel Legends version of Hercules. Now, this is completely updated. They did this fantastic maquette kind of turnaround. Filmed it. It was fantastic. I loved it. I like doing reveals like that. It spins all the way around, as you can see, and it makes it pop that much better. We did get to see a little bit more of the Black Panther figures that have been rumored for a little bit. We're getting a T'Chaka, a T'Challa. We're getting one of the women guards, which is just awesome. We're getting a Eric Killmonger with his mask, and then of course the Build-A-Figure is M'Baku, we'll just say M'Baku, yeah. Disney doesn't want us to say the other word anymore. No, I'm just kidding. We also got a look at, and this was kind of spoiled before the actual panel began, but we're going to be getting an Avengers, the first 10 years Marvel Studios figures. We're going to get a redo of the Ultron Build-A-Figure, and that looks pretty cool. I have the Ultron. I thought he was fine for what it was. I'm not really a huge fan of that design, to be quite honest with you, but I digress. If I see it in stores, I will probably pick it up because it will be part of the studio's collection. So we'll see how things go with that. The little piece of the claw that was hinted at in when the Wednesday preview night when Marvel Legends were showing off inside the booth. One of the Apocalypse figures had a claw. We were all trying to figure out exactly what that was going to come with. Come to find out, they revealed that yes, and this was spoiled as well, the Archangel is back. He's got silver wings. He looks fantastic. He's got 3 different heads, and he comes with the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure. It's going to be a multi-store exclusive. You can order them now on GameStop and Entertainment Earth. Go check them out. I recommend, though, if you do get them at GameStop, make sure to go in-store and pre-order because you don't want to be dealing with those shipping prices. If you get it off Entertainment Earth, Technically, he is cheaper, but you're going to have to deal with shipping anyways, so it's one or the other, basically. So then we had a little bit of another spoiler with an AIM weapon, and come to find out, yes, we are going to be getting a 2-pack, just like we got of Hydra. Now we got the AIM soldiers, so that looks pretty cool. I like that they give you a bunch of accessories. The Hydra figures were great in and of themselves. It's just a whole bunch of repainted stuff. But you know what? If it makes for a great set and it makes for army builders for people who are on that kind of thing, well, there you go. I think that is that's a great idea, just as long as you can find it. But along with Archangel, you can go on GameStop or Entertainment Earth and pre-order these as well. Magic was also hinted at with her glowing sword within the booth. And of course, we are getting a Walgreens exclusive Marvel's Magic figure. She looks great. She's got a slew of accessories packed with her. A lot of repainted stuff, again. However, you're getting a really nice Magic figure and something that people have been wanting for quite some time. Moving on from there, and actually right before the panel started, we had our first look at the upcoming Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse version of Marvel Legends. So we will be getting a Miles Morales Spider-Man, and then we're also going to be getting a Spider-Gwen. Miles Morales is technically a different painted figure, but it is the same one that was released a while ago. The Gwen is basically the same. She may have a little bit different paint scheme on her eyes and possibly around her angles. They do come with webbing effects, which is really, really cool. I'm so happy that they're going to be having Spider-Man figures come with webbing. That's much needed, just going to say. But they are repaints, and so if you have these figures, it's up to you if you really care at all about the movie designs and it being just a slight variation. It's up to you. So wait to see how it looks in store. It's going to be a Target exclusive. Now, I finally get to explain. Luke Cage and Claire Temple was revealed. These will, of course, be Walmart exclusives. I was very nicely asked to take down the picture when I had posted it, and I did that, and I kind of made a joke out of it by saying, you know, these don't exist, quote unquote. And a lot of you were, wait, it doesn't exist, doesn't exist. And I tried to make a joke out of it. But yes, of course, these are coming. They've been all over Asia. People have been getting them. So you will see these start to pop up probably around the end of August, September, October as the months go on. With Walmart, you never know when they're actually going to pop up. But you should have no problem seeing them in stores. And also, it's still rumored to be a Iron Fist along with Colleen Wing pack. We haven't seen really any pictures of it, but it's heavily rumored. Just a FYI. Anyways, moving on to Marvel Vintage Wave. We had last year's Wave 1 around Christmas time. That's going to be no different for this year. We're getting Wave 2. We're going to start off with the Wasp. I did like in the panel, they went over the fact how the Blue Wasp is from the MODOK Build-A-Figure series, is one of the rarest figures. Now, when I say rare, it's like just, it is the rarest one. They're basically redoing the same costume as that in the vintage line. So, look no further. She comes with a miniature Ant-Man, and then of course Ant-Man is in the wave as well, and he comes with a miniature Wasp. So that's really cool. Another character is going to be a classic version of the Vision, and he looks fantastic as well. I've been looking forward to a classic Vision figure. I'm very excited about this. He comes with an Ultron head. Now, it is an accessory, but they did mention during the panel that you can do what you want with it. Maybe you can pop it onto the Ultron Build-A-Figure that we came with, a while back. Or maybe if you have something from an Ultron robot from long ago, you can kind of switch out the heads. This one looks to be a little bit more comic accurate. We're also going to get Hawkeye. Was never really a fan of this figure, to be quite honest with you. He is sleeveless now, and more in the terms of the classic costume, but it really wasn't the best of figures. It was kind of like an afterthought almost. So, while I will be getting him just to have that classic packaging, I feel like they could have maybe done a little bit more with him. Just saying. We then got into the 2019 previews, and as I was posting on Instagram, I saw people going absolutely crazy on my Instagram saying, this is it, this is it. So I was having a good laugh to myself as I was taking pictures. We're going to start off the year, of course, with a Spider-Man wave, as per Marvel Legends style. Now, this wave is going to be, and was revealed a little, later on, but we're going to be getting the Kingpin as the Build-A-Figure. The old Toy Biz Kingpin is one of the best figures as far as the Kingpin goes. The next one being the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s. But this one comes with 3 different heads and everything else. He's going to be fantastic. We're going to have an updated symbiote Spider-Man, kind of the way he's drawn now in the comics, a little bit more angular, a little bit more stylized, so he looks great. One that I'm actually really excited about and also shocked because he's a relatively new character. We are going to be getting a Red Goblin figure. I'll be doing Who in the Holy Heck videos on most of these characters. I know a lot of you have been asking me, who is this, who is that? So Red Goblin will be making the list. He looks great. I am really excited about that figure. I think he looks fantastic. Finally, we're getting a Silver Sable figure. I haven't had a Silver Sable figure since the 90s Spider-Man animated line, and she came with the Bug Bombers wave. That was a great figure. I still have it. She was fantastic, painted silver. Man, oh man, it's going to be nice to get a modernized Silver Sable. She looks great. Well done. We're getting another Black Cat figure. I guess she is in her updated costume. I don't really know too much about this costume. I know she has a pair of cat eyes on her chest, and she has like a mechanical looking whip. She does look great. I prefer the classic version of Black Cat, to be quite honest with you. But again, this will be a nice addition to your Marvel Legends collection. And then, as I had stated previously, the Build-A-Figure will be the Kingpin. There will most likely be a few more figures as it comes in the line. I don't think everything was quite revealed just yet, but that also makes for a fun reveal as it gets closer in the year to January. And of course, with the X-Men, everyone got very, very excited, me, myself included. There are so many rad characters with the X-Men, you know, quote-unquote universe, and there are so many more that need to be updated or even just produced. So to start it off, we're going to be finally getting a modern Professor X. I'm excited that he looks very, very classic with the new articulation he is on the suited body. But hey, it's Professor X. How else are they going to really do him to make it that much cooler? He's got the finger pointing at the head. He's got the wicked eyebrows. Just accept it. He looks amazing. We're also going to be getting a Reavers figure. Now, this is one of those characters that totally blows my mind as to who exactly it is. Of course, I knew who the Reavers are. I wish it was the dude that was part man, part car from the old Toy Biz, like they brought up during the panel. He was a fantastic figure. Also, Lady Deathstrike and all those good figures. But Toy Biz had already done them, so let's get a new one going. Now, this one is Skull Buster, Skull Crusher, something along those lines. Man, he's a guy with a skull. He's half mechanical. He looks to be kind of a repaint of the Deathlock figure. When I say kind of, he mostly is. But hey, you know what? If it's a brand new character in that sense, that's totally cool. They also brought up Forge, heavily teased. Not to worry, some of you have been saying, well, it was teased. We're getting a Forge figure, okay? They don't just throw these things out there. If he doesn't come sooner, he will come later. But definitely Forge will be on the list. And also Blink. I had talked to, and shout out to Caster's Corner if you're listening. He told me he is so excited for Blink. He's been waiting years and years, and I know a lot of you have kind of said the same thing. I'm excited. I know that Blink kind of became popular in the 90s and everything else like that, so I do know who she is, but I honestly couldn't tell you that much about her. She looks great. I'm excited to be getting X-Men, and that's all I need to know. The X-Men Build-A-Figure was teased. Then they started saying, well, you know, you did like when we did the Build-A-Wings for the Vulture. Why not do Build-A-Chair? And then they put the old Toy Biz Professor X up there. That was hilarious. And then they did the big cross-out of him. Everyone was like, you know, I think mostly relieved that they weren't going to do a Build-A-Chair. If you really think about it, do you really want to build a chair? No, you want a Build-A-Figure. That's at least what I would like. And especially if they already have a vehicles line, why couldn't they do a Professor X? Just saying. They then went into the vehicles line. Now, this was revealed a couple days prior to the panel. We're going to be getting Deadpool on a Vespa, along with Dogpool and Squirrelpool. Yes, a full-on caravan of Deadpools. It's going to be fantastic. They're all going to carpool to work together. It's a little hokey. It's a little jokey. But I honestly think that it's all in fun and it's fantastic. Plus, it makes for a great centerpiece on your DTOF or heck, on your desk at work, whatevs. On the next, we had the sneak peeks of 2019. I know that they had kind of mentioned who this character was going to be. I really don't see it. Usually, you know, they said it was going to be kind of Quicksilver. that they hinted at. They didn't really do it by name, but Quicksilver to me just looks a little bit different. Now I know it's purely a mock-up model in a ZBrush kind of thing, but he's a little bit more cockiness to him. Let's do one eyebrow raised. That's who Quicksilver is to me. He's very, very cocky, just like he was in Age of Ultron. And then we saw the classic skull belt, and whoever else could that possibly be other than Mystique. So we're definitely going to be getting a Mystique figure, probably in the X-Men wave or another X-Men wave down the line. They did this funny thing where, before we go, they had the classic meme of Wolverine looking at the picture of Jean from the old X-Men animated series. Come to find out, he is looking at a picture of Professor X in his chair. And then bingo bango, we are revealed. We got Professor X coming in his hover chair. He's going to be part of the vehicles line along with Deadpool. So I think that's an updated look and a great way to start off the vehicles. They did that with Ghost Rider, then you had it with the Logan figure and also the Black Widow, but I think these are a little bit more fitting besides Ghost Rider. I mean, you gotta have Ghost Rider with of course his motorcycle, but I really do think that Professor X and his chair belong together. What say you? The crowd started to get up. They were going to start talking questions and everything else. And of course they said, wait, 1 second. We got one more reveal. They started throwing out playing cards to everybody. And of course that was the huge hint that we are finally, and you can all rest easy. Oh, dang. Woo! We're getting a Remy LeBeau, aka Gambit figure. He looks fantastic. I love the way they revealed him. I thought that was a lot of fun. So it's fantastic all around. We got some great reveals coming for Marvel Legends in the upcoming 2019 year. And man, oh man, if you thought this year was great, just wait until 2019 happens. We only know a small percentage, at least, of what's coming. Now, with the questions, we did get some semi-answers. Now, you have to kind of take these with a grain of salt. They're not going to really answer it. You kind of just have to use your imagination. Maybe things will change. Maybe they won't. But to give you kind of an idea, 3 3/4 inch is kind of done. They did say they're focusing primarily on the 6-inch action figure line. That's where the bread and butter is. You kind of have to accept that. Only a slew of you really collect the 3 3/4 inch. I ain't knocking it. I got a few of them myself. But 6-inch is really what is selling. Another question was asked, and they did answer yes. They want to complete teams. They don't want to leave everyone hanging, but you have to understand that if they're going to be doing different figures, they kind of have to split it up a little bit. But just so you know, and everyone understands, yes, these people that are making these figures, they're very passionate about it. They're not trying to, mess around or screw anybody over, anything like that. They're trying to make figures based on popularity and what's coming out movie-wise and make them relevant to what is happening in the now. And it might not always work out. It might not, come to fruition right away. But like they said, they want to complete teams. Alpha Flight was tossed out as something they are very interested in doing. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe 2019, maybe 2020. We never know. Maybe an SDCC box set next year. None of that was said, other than the fact that they are interested in doing Alpha Flight. Yes, oh yes, the rest of the Black Order is coming. They made sure to say, just be patient. Not only is the Black Order coming, but more Marvel Studios, the first 10 years figures are probably on their way as well. So, 2019, if you be patient, look out for the Black Order, because those are fantastic characters. Just wait a little bit and they're going to do them rockin' style. The Venom movie was asked if that is a possibility. They did, and I wanted to clarify because I put this on my Instagram. The Venom movie is on the table. However, they're not really allowed to do rated R movie toys, okay? This is a Disney company. You have to think about it. Fox is doing these movies as a separate entity. Yes, they'll be combining soon, so we'll see if things change. However, that's why they didn't do Deadpool, and that's why they're not going to do the Venom. If the Venom movie was rated PG, PG-13, which it probably isn't, then that is what they meant by they could do it. But as of right now, looks to be Venom is going to be rated R, so there you go. The 12-inch figures, not really a whole lot said, but if they are saying they're focusing on the 6-inch line with the 3 3/4 inch kind of being, You can probably guess 12-inch line, unless, you know, later down the line, they'll do some bigger figures, maybe a Goliath, maybe a giant man, something like that. Nothing was said, nothing was thrown out, but just use your imagination, and maybe along the lines, something will come out to that degree. Now, they ended the panel. Thank you very much. You guys did a fantastic job, and they took a really nice picture. These guys, they're rocking it, man. They make some of the best toys out there. Everyone loves them. We all went down to the booth, got a couple candid shots of all the figures being put in the glass case. I myself was so stoked. The marketing team, all the designers, such rad dudes and dudettes. They signed my Ant-Man figure. I'll take a picture of it tomorrow. Nice light and everything. But they signed the brand new Ant-Man figure from the Cole Obsidian wave. Is one of my favorite figures so far. And they were so nice. They signed the whole figure. Up on eBay soon. No, I'm just kidding. That was something I will cherish, and he'll be on my desk, and I love it. It's fantastic. Thank you again for doing that. The last bit of a reveal, we got a Kree soldier. They were telling me about it. The black space where, you know, the stars and everything is kind of seen will be a clear plastic, which is cool. They are going to implement that, so he looks a little bit more fantastical space entity sort of thing. So we will be getting a Marvel figure. And then, of course, last but not least, they wanted to know, everyone wanted to know, and nobody asked about it in the questions. That's what's really funny during the panel. We will be getting the giant Sentinel from Days of Future Past with a 6-inch Days of Future Past Wolverine. He will be Amazon exclusive and available later on in the year. They do look great. It is a repainted 3 3/4-inch Sentinel, so use your idea of an 18-inch figure with a 6-inch figure. The scale-wise is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but hey, you're getting a giant Sentinel figure. So if you like it, grab it. If you don't grab it. Other than that, man, the Marvel Legends reveals was a lot of fun. I think they did a fantastic job. I'm very excited to see what is coming out, even after these figures, as we always are. So thank you very much for making it this far. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for just appreciating and looking at all my coverage throughout the entire time I was at SDCC. Man, oh man, my Instagram blew up. I can't even tell you the numbers, but I can't even tell you what that honestly means to me, that you come to my channel, my site, for all that information. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you all, and I really do enjoy talking with each and every one of you. I try to make sure and reply to everybody who ever messages me. So thank you so much. Thanks to all the wonderful people that I met at SDCC this year, hung out with, chatted, everything, all that sorts. You know who you are. So I will leave you with that. I will say there's a lot of stuff coming on the way, so save your pennies, tune into Toy Shiz, and I will do my best to make sure you get the best deals on everything. Make sure you drink some good coffee in the morning, you have some great food, but most importantly, get out there and find some fantastic action figures, and when you do, tell me what you found. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great rest of your evening. Adios.